everyone. This is a review of the Reading 17 study questions for the first part of the Bhagavad-Gita. Number 1, in Teaching 1, Arjuna undergoes a crisis. Describe the nature of this crisis. The crisis is that he's a warrior in an army that's about to fight a battle. And he has a crisis of conscience. He does not want to kill. He's a soldier, and soldiers are supposed to fight, and the battle's about to begin. But when he looks across at the other side, he recognizes the people that he's about to fight, and he does not want to kill them. He's filled with love. He's filled with pity. The crisis, I suppose, is that he realizes he's a soldier and has to fight, but he does not want to fight. He doesn't. So I would describe that as a crisis. Number 2, at the start of Teaching 2, Krishna calls Arjuna weak. Why? Do you agree? Well, it's rather shocking, I think. It's very noble what Arjuna does and says. It seems to be very courageous to say, I will not fight, and to just throw down his weapon and slump into his seat on the chariot and say, no, I won't do it. It's a matter of principle. And Krishna says this is weakness. Why? I think we get a notion of why. That is that he's giving into his feelings. He's giving into his attachment. And that is a form of weakness. As we see, as this thing proceeds, attachment to anything worldly, anything, including other human beings, is a kind of a weakness. That we should be focused on Krishna, and we should be focused on what's important, which is enlightenment, not a matter of our feelings, which just attach us to this world, and yes, are a form of weakness. But do you agree? I don't know. It's right. It does maybe, perhaps, to many of us seem rather a heartless thing to say. There's no reason you should agree. There's no reason you should disagree either. Number 3, in responding to Arjuna, Krishna says, that which is non-existent can never come into being, and that which is can never cease to be. Explain how this supports Krishna's demand that Arjuna fight the battle. Well, you're not really killing them, Arjuna. You're killing their bodies, but their bodies are just the temporary vessels of their selves, their eternal selves. Their unmanifest eternal selves. They are not their bodies. You may kill their bodies, and your body may be killed by them, and it's really not such a big deal. You can't kill somebody's soul, somebody's self. So don't make such a big deal of it, maybe. You do your duty and fight as a soldier, because it doesn't matter that much who wins or who gets killed, because everyone continues to be. That which is non-existent can never come into being, but that which is can never cease to be. So the notion that you're somehow ending them is an illusion. If you think that they are their bodies, then certainly you would be ending them by killing them on the field of battle, but they are not their bodies. They are the eternal selves. Their eternal selves will continue to exist. Number 4, Krishna says to Arjuna, desire for the fruits of work must never be your motive in working. Well, why? What is wrong with working for the fruits of work? And if we are not motivated by them to work, what is our motivation? It's a very mysterious thing. I'm not saying I fully understand it. But working for the fruits of work, working for the outcomes and results of work, is a sign of your attachment to worldly things. It's a sign that you are not concentrating on what's important, which is your own enlightenment and breaking the cycle of reincarnation, knowing reality, knowing Krishna. So what's wrong with working for the fruits of work is that it's a sign that you're concentrating on the wrong thing, the world of illusion, the world of material things. But the question, if we're not motivated by them to work, that is the fruits of our actions, the results, what is our motivation? I think that he gives a kind of an answer. Do everything as a sacrifice to me, says Krishna. You don't make a sacrifice to try to get anything out of it. You just make the sacrifice. Finally, a rather cheeky question, what is real, what is unreal? I think that is for everyone to decide, but I think the text is telling us that what is real is what is unseen. What is invisible is eternal. There's a level of reality that's real that we can't see with our eyes or hear with our ears. And the things that we can, the senses, the physical things that we know through the senses, those are unreal.